Welcome to the first episode of Step by Step. In this series, I'm going to document my journey to the UTMB. So the word is out. I want to run the Ultra Tour de Mont Blanc, and that run is going to be about 3 to 4 times further than I've ever run, and 5 to 6 times longer than I've ever run. So for those of you that don't know the Ultra Tour de Mont Blanc, it is a trail run around the Mont Blanc Massif of 176 kilometers. The start is in France, in Chamonix, and the start is around 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And from there you go counterclockwise into the direction of Courmayeur, which is in Italy and is more or less the halfway point. And from there you continue to Champaillac, to Switzerland, and from there you continue back to France. Time limit 46.5 hours, so that means that you're running through the night twice if you're on the slower side, and the fastest man and female, they run it between 20 and 22 hours. That's not for me. I will be on the slow side, but that's the goal. Preparing for such an event and running 176 kilometers, it's a bit like eating an elephant. And there's only one way to do that, and that is one bite at a time. And that's more or less the same for what I'm going to do. It's a big event, it's a big distance. You can't build that up in 14 days. You need to take time, and you slowly build up the distance, the endurance. So that is where the name comes from this series, Step by Step. So I'm going to take the journey towards Ultra Tour de Mont Blanc, step by step. So the first step of this journey has already been taken, and that was the Waldstrubel, and that one was really magnificent. September, snow at the high peaks, so yeah, that was really cool. The second step should have been taken. That was the Arc of Attrition, but unfortunately the week before the start I was already in Cornwall, but I got really sick. So no start for me there, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Next event. I'm going to participate in the UTMB event called Ultra Trail Snowdonia, and this is located around Mount Snowdon that lies in Wales in the UK. I'm going to participate in the UTS 50, which is a little bit over 50 kilometers, 3,300 meters of climbing, and I think we have a time limit 13 or 14 hours. So really looking forward to that. It is already close, only 13 weeks away. Event is on the 17th of May. So yeah, that's why I'm running now, in order to be good when we get to Wales. So after Snowdonia, I have a lot of other cool things coming up. More on that later. But man, it's going to be a cool summer. So we managed to escape the cold winter in the Netherlands and spend a week here in Cyprus. And it's such a big difference from running in a lot of clothes to running in shorts and a t-shirt. So that is really nice. Did 5 runs last week, 3 shorter ones. Did a longer one on Tuesday, and that was the Aphrodite Trail. Have a look at it.
Het is leuk als je zo 's ochtends alleen bent.
Ja.
So the Aphrodite run. We took the car this morning and drove to the baths of Aphrodite, which are 7 kilometers away from where we stay. From there we hiked up to a beautiful viewpoint, and that was a really beautiful viewpoint. Did that part together with Jeroen, and about a kilometer ago we split it up. I'm running back to the villa, and Jeroen is walking back to the car, and I see him back at the villa. So just had a little descent. Now I'm on this beautiful trail here that I'm going to enjoy. Ah, lekker. Maar
Je moet niet alleen lezen.
nee. It's so nice to actually run in shorts and a t-shirt again after the long winter in the Netherlands. So this is really enjoyable. It's 18 degrees, and I do not really have a course laid out. I'm using Komoot to find my way around, and the goal is to get back to the villa. Oh, you can't see it, but there are some goats running away there. So the goal is to get back to the villa, and I should end up somewhere between 15 to 20 kilometers. And it's beautiful. It is really beautiful here. And today is one of the better days, so I'm really enjoying it. So I just came past an old magnesium mine, and they actually still have the furnace for melting. It looks like the mine is still open. It says do not enter the tunnels, but I brought a headlight, so maybe we have another look. So I've got 10 kilometers in, and it was really beautiful, these 10 kilometers. It looks a bit like Mallorca. It's going up a bit, it's going down a bit. I had a really nice balcony that I ran on, so that was more or less flat. And but the nature, it's so beautiful here. And so yeah, 10 kilometers in. I think I'm going to see a chapel around the corner. Probably have a little bit to eat there, and then continue the route. So kilometer 16, almost back to the villa. So that means that the second run in Cyprus comes to an end. It was enjoyable. The last 5-6 kilometers were on concrete and asphalt, so but the first 10, oh, they were beautiful. So up to the next run.
So today will be my my longest run. Still have to make some decisions, but it will be somewhere between 20 and 25 kilometers. I started early this morning, 8:15, and I started again at the Baths of Attrition. It's more or less the entry point to the national park, and that is where I'm running now. From there, the goal was to go all the way up to the northwestern point of the island. Managed that. That was around 10 kilometers. So, and it was really beautiful over there. Ooh, it's getting slippery here. Yeah, let's have a look. So the last couple of weeks were all about getting back into a normal way of training. As I shared in the previous vlog, I'm back to training against the Garmin training advices, with every now and then a little extra, and the extras are focusing on the long run. So today is a little extra. I think my original training was 40 minutes, and I'm going to hit somewhere between 3 and 4 hours. The good thing is I'm recovered, and I can see that based on my heart rate variability. Yeah, so it's the distance, the variability in the distance between the heartbeats that is measured by the Garmin. As soon as I got ill, and when you drink alcohol, it is being derailed, but it's good again. So I'm recovering after the runs, and Garmin is taking the HRV into account into the training advices. So I'm happy with that. What I also changed is I'm doing a run outside, and I'm doing a training on the treadmill in the gym, in combination with core and leg exercises. So one day outside, one day in the gym, and that turns out to work quite well for me. If I'm at the gym on the treadmill, I put a little bit of elevation up, 5 to 10%, and that's not so heavy for the knees and for the hips and for the ankles. So that is, I'm more or less, I'm meeting my zones on the days that I'm on the treadmill, but it's not so hard for the body. So yeah, quite happy with that balance, and I think I'm going to maintain that balance first until Snowdonia, and then decide what to do next. It's getting hot. So we will be flying back tomorrow afternoon to Holland, and yeah, between this trip and Snowdonia, no other trips planned. So more or less all the training will be done in and around the place where I live. Maybe a day trip to Germany to get a little bit of altitude, but have not decided on that yet. And yeah, so 13 weeks, normal decent training, and then Snowdonia. Can't wait. So I'm 15 kilometers in, and I want to get somewhere between 20-25 kilometers in order to get that. I just decided to give myself a little dessert, and that is the dessert. It's a 380 meters high peak with a beautiful view across the area where I just walked. So I just left the road, and I'm now on the path up to the viewpoint. Should be around 2 kilometers, and fortunately it's dry, because else it would be kind of slippery, but it's good. And oh, look at the views. So I'm on the final descent, and I just had a really technical part. And what they do, they tap off water. So in the middle of the path, there's a water pipe. But anyway, final descent, then I'm back at the car. Probably going to end up with 24, 25. So really happy with that. And yeah, the afternoon is swimming pool time. So I hope you like the footage of Cyprus. It is really enjoyable here, especially if you escape the winter on mainland Europe and go here and get some early spring. Flights are cheap in this time of the year. Accommodation is cheap, so don't think about it too long. Just book it and go. Somebody posted something on Facebook the other day which I really liked. He said, miles in the winter is smiles in the summer. Hopefully these miles in my winter will bring me smiles in Snowdonia. Thanks that you watched this one, and see you in the next one.